grade came back. You got a 94, and the first thought in your head wasn't, I did well. It was, why wasn't it 100? If that's familiar, stay with me. Today we're talking about the exhausting job of trying to be good enough for people who never actually told you what enough looks like. Because here's the trap. If nobody ever defines the finish line, you can never cross it. So you just keep running. Grades, sports, how you look, how you make people laugh, how much you help everyone else before you ever ask for anything yourself. That's not ambition. That's fear, wearing a work ethic. I've sat across from young men who could list every accomplishment from the last 3 years without blinking. Honor roll, varsity, youth leader at church. And when I asked, how do you feel about yourself? Separate from all that, they went quiet. Some of them had never been asked that question before. People-pleasing feels like kindness. It feels like being a good son, a good friend, a good teammate. But underneath it, a lot of the time, is one quiet question running on repeat. If I stop performing, will they still want me around? That question is exhausting to carry. And it's not actually about the task in front of you. It's about a fear that your value expires the moment you stop delivering. Here's what I need you to hear. Your worth is not a performance review. You do not get evaluated into being valuable. You already are valuable. Full stop. Before the grade, before the goal, before anybody claps. That was true the day you were born, and it hasn't changed since. Try this the next time you catch yourself performing for approval instead of acting from your own values. Ask, am I doing this because I actually want to, or because I'm scared of what happens if I don't? That question alone will show you the difference between choice and fear. It won't always be comfortable to answer honestly. Answer honestly anyway. And notice, you don't have to fix the fear before you act differently. You can feel scared of disappointing someone and still say no. You can feel anxious about being enough and still rest without earning it first. The feeling doesn't have to win the argument. Feelings are real, but they don't get final say over your choices. Here's something else worth naming. People-pleasing often gets praised. Teachers love the kid who never causes problems. Coaches love the kid who never complains. Family loves the kid who keeps everybody comfortable. So the very thing that's quietly wearing you down is the thing everyone keeps rewarding. That makes it harder to spot and even harder to change, because stopping feels like it might disappoint the people whose approval you've been chasing this whole time. I want you to hear this clearly. Setting a boundary is not the same as letting someone down. Sometimes it feels that way in the moment. It rarely means that in reality. I also want to speak to the fathers and father figures listening. If your son only hears from you when something went wrong or when a grade slipped, he is learning, accurately, that your attention is conditional. Catch him doing nothing impressive sometime this week. Tell him you're proud of him anyway. Watch what that does. This week I want you to do one thing that has zero performance attached to it. Nobody's grading it. Nobody's watching. Do it because you want to, not because it proves anything about you. Notice how uncomfortable that is. That discomfort is information, not a red flag. It's just evidence of how deep the old habit runs. That's all. You were never behind. You were never almost enough. And if you're realizing right now how much of your life has been built around earning approval, that's not a reason to panic. That's clarity. Clarity is the first step before anything changes. You have to keep the work ethic. You just don't have to keep the fear in your life.